Chairman, Ambassador Bolton, how many countries are there in the world?
We have diplomatic recognition with over 190. There are 193 members of the UN. There are
193 countries. My guess is we're the United States of America. We're the biggest, strongest, country on the planet. My guess is we have embassies in just about everyone. Maybe not Iran and North Korea, and a handful.
Few we don't recognize.
Yeah,
right.
A few we don't recognize, right? But so 180 some countries, we've got an embassy in those countries. Is that right?
That's correct.
And in all those countries, the embassy is in the capital or the seat of government, except for one. Is that right?
Well, the only exception, the answer to that is yes, basically.
Now, Israel became a country in 48. Is that right?
Pardon me?
Israel became a country, became a state in 48.
We were the first country to recognize its independence.
And exactly, my next question. And who was the first head of state to recognize the nation of Israel?
Harry Truman.
Harry Truman, President of the United States of America. And then just a few years ago, well, I guess more than a few years ago, 1995, we passed an act, Jerusalem Embassy Act, that almost every single member of Congress voted for. Is that right?
That's correct.
Passed I think it was like a voice vote in the House, but in the Senate it was like 93 to 5, right?
Something like that.
And for this act to take effect and for the embassy to go to Jerusalem, this is amazing. Congress doesn't have to do anything, something we're actually pretty darn good at, right? We don't have to do it, and frankly, the president doesn't have to do anything. Is that right?
That's correct, and it was a sign Congress was willing to pay for it too, which is also interesting.
So this is what we don't have to do anything. The president doesn't have to do anything. Everyone has spoken. The president campaigned on this. The American people elected him as this was a central issue of his campaign. We do it everywhere else except one country, which just happens to be one of our best friends in the entire world. Is that right?
That's correct.
So this is what gets me. It's like, this is real simple to me. This is about remembering your friends. This is about loyalty. This is about recognizing the fact that there is one country in the world who stands with us every single time. They happen to be the one country where we get our Judeo-Christian value system from, the state of Israel, and yet they're the one nation where we won't put the embassy where it's supposed to be. And particularly now when you think about what we went through the last 8 years with the previous administration, and more importantly, what happened the last few months of that administration at the United Nations, this is the right time to do this thing. And that's why the president recognized it, campaigned on it, and one of the reasons I would say the American people elected him. Would you agree, Ambassador Bolton?
I think that's entirely true, yes.
So let's just get it done. Let's just get it done, right?
I'm entirely persuaded.
All right. Yeah. I kind of thought you'd be. That's why I asked the question to you. I think actually most of the panelists. I want to thank the chairman. He's worked hard on this. I want to thank all our witnesses who came here. Most importantly, I want to thank the President of the United States who had the courage to say this was the right thing to do. The time is now, particularly in light of what we went through the last 8 years. Let's get this done. Let's get it done as quickly as possible. I understand there's some practical concerns. You've all outlined them. Ambassador Gold outlined. That's fine, but let's get this done. It is the right thing to do, and it's most important. When it comes to, you got to remember who your friends are, who share your common set of values, the values that I think make the world a better place. Let's recognize all that and get this thing done. With that, I yield back.